Okay.
Come on. Setting up.
Going into the chat.
All right.
It's time for Red Salad Review with your hosts, Wayne Noon, Greg Narlo, and Lou Bass.
I was trying to hold that. I couldn't.
A very professional.
It's like the beginning of Sabbath. Wait, no, it's what is it?
That's it.
Yeah, that's the one.
Good old sweet leaf.
Yeah. Hello, Stuart.
Stuart
Stuart's here.
Wayne 999. Wait a minute. Is that Stan?
No, Stan is like pilot something. I don't know.
Oh, right.
Hello, Catman.
Hey,
Xander.
Catman.
Um, yeah, everybody was supposed to join us tonight, but everybody kind of bailed on us because we're finishing up like this era of Queensryche, the
So we
shitty,
can't blame them.
really shitty era, and so everybody, bailed out on us. But we're here, and
Because we're gluttons for punishment.
yeah, and we'll finish this up because these are terrible albums
Because if we don't
for the
finish
most
these
part.
albums up, we're never going to. So we just might as well just get it
Might as
over
well
with.
just get it over with and done with because it'll just keep going on and on and on. And I really want to get to the Toddler Tory stuff because I do enjoy some of those albums. And other news, you know, uh, you go to Trader Joe's?
Yeah, I've been to Trader Joe's a couple of times. I mean, yeah, there's two by me. The closest one is Plainview. One that's a little further away is in Merrick. So,
Okay.
but they had good selections there.
Yeah, they do. We just got a new one over here by me, less than 10 minutes away. So I went there a couple weeks ago, and I just found out this morning I might have ate glass from something that I ate from there.
What?
Yes, there is a Trader Joe's recall on fried vegetable rice
Are
or
you
vegetable fried rice.
serious?
Yes, yes, I am serious, and I
Well,
just ate it last night. We all did.
have you been bleeding out your bunghole?
Yes.
Really?
No.
Oh, thank God.
But it's like I just ate it yesterday. I wake up this morning, I look on Facebook, and there's a recall on something I just ate. So it's like I have to, or everybody maybe shouldn't just do it now. Just before you eat something, make sure it's not recalled first, and then eat it. You know?
I I how do you screw up the QC on that Trader Joe's?
I don't know. And apparently Trader Joe's has a lot of recalls because I was reading comments under the thing, and people were saying Trader Joe's really has a lot of recalls, especially lately. But I think
Hmm.
everything's been having recalls. Just everything, of course, I've like ate it like 2 weeks beforehand or something. It's like anything, and it's just stupid random things. It's always getting recalled. It's crazy.
Well, I heard of okay, so the year that I took my family to Disney World, apparently like a month later, there was a couple apparently from Long Island
Mm.
that went to Disney World as well, and the husband was very adamant about making sure that there were no allergens in his wife's food.
Right.
And they were like, "No, no, no, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe, it's fine." It wasn't. It was at this it was at the Irish restaurant. I forgot the name of it, but I remember it was an Irish restaurant because there were pictures of Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy all over it.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently they had gluten-free options on the menu. Well, the food that she ate apparently was contaminated with gluten, and she apparently died from the food.
What?
And the husband wanted to sue, but apparently there's a clause. If you're a Disney Plus subscriber, you cannot sue them if something happens to you in Disney World, such as this. I'm like, who are the freaking attorneys who came up with this horrible idea? And like, when would you think that something like this could come into effect? Well, apparently it did.
That's crazy.
And now apparently I think that the husband dropped the charges against Disney World.
Wow. Why would you even think that would be in there?
I don't know, but those lawyers at Disney World are some
They're making sure they
Deister sons of bitches.
Hell yeah. That's insane. Like, why would you even think it? That sucks though. I wouldn't think you could really die from that kind of an allergy. But I guess you can die from anything, really.
I mean, hey, look, one time I went to a vegan restaurant because my friend Tom's vegan. And I ordered the you know, I ordered this buffalo seitan sandwich.
Oh yeah, because I remember you told Mark, because Mark had that shirt and then you were interested to try it.
Yeah. I was thinking, well, maybe it tastes like buffalo chicken. So I was like, okay, well, no, seitan literally is wheat meat. It's all pure gluten. It's just extracted from the bread. And for 24 hours, I could not move. So I was thinking I have a gluten allergy. No, I got a vegan allergy. That's what I got.
Those damn vegans.
But then my vegan friends are like, "Oh, your stomach just can't handle it." I'm like, "What stomach can handle this?"
Yeah, that's crazy. I never tried that before, and I
don't.
I will not.
I was thinking, seitan, maybe it's shiitake mushroom. I wish it was shiitake mushroom.
Yeah, that's what I would think, like something like that. Some kind of.
I wish it was a shroom that would have made me hallucinate, but it wasn't even that. Well, no, I get thee behind me, seitan. That's all I gotta say.
Back into music news. What do you think about this whole Twisted Sister thing with Sebastian Bach? What?
Phooey.
Why?
First of all, Sebastian Bach's looking more like Stormy Daniels than he ever. I mean, just
Well, who cares what he looks like? We know what he sounds like.
I'm not crazy about that either.
But he'll be all right. I have no problem with it. I mean, this just happens all the time. You like these bands and they go on tour. It's not like they're gonna record an album or anything. They haven't even recorded an album.
No, I know.
Snyder, but to go out and do it live and just to put on the show for people, because people were waiting for this anyway.
I guess so. Look, if anyone could do it, it's Sebastian. So okay, I'll admit that. But then they got Joey Kanata on drums.
I have no idea who that is.
He's a Long Island guy, so good for him. But apparently, Mark the Animal Mendoza is not in this.
Yeah, he's not in it either. Yeah.
So it's just Eddie and JJ.
Yeah.
So is it really a Twisted Sister reunion tour?
I guess not. At this point, you're missing 3 people. One died, so you can't do nothing about it.
Well, I rest in peace, AJ Pero, of course. But it's like, I mean, when Kiss with Paul and Gene, at least you get 50% of the band members of that. But with Twisted Sister with Sebastian Bach, you still have 40% of the original. I'm sorry. When Kiss has more credibility than Twisted Sister, obviously you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, Manny.
Hey. I think Sebastian Bach's a talented singer, but that kind of defeat the whole point of a reunion tour if the reunion has the main guy, the main songwriter, the only guy they have merchandising on is not in the reunion?
No, he's not.
It's odd. It's just odd. By the way, someone agrees with me. A 60-year-old Stormy Daniels with a gut.
I'm trying to find this picture I saw yesterday, but I can't find it. Not this one. Even though this one is funny.
I mean, the guy can sing and all that. He can still sing, but
I get that, but my problem with Sebastian, I guess at his age, he's like, take
that off.
This isn't the one I'm looking for, though.
Tell me he does not look like Stormy Daniels now.
He does on that one, yeah.
Well, I don't get what's the point doing the tour. I don't see the tour doing big business or anything like that. They're certainly not going to record any new material, especially the main songwriter is not involved. Actually, the only songwriter in Twisted Sister was Dee Snider.
Yeah, he usurped that job from the rest of the guys, which I know was a very big point of contention with all of them.
Well, if you listen to the Club Days, there's a few songs J.J. French wrote. Look, it's like Bill Wyman. If you want to know why Mick Jagger and Keith Richards didn't let Bill Wyman write any songs, grab one of his solo albums.
Did Ronnie Wood ever write anything for the Stones?
No, he co-wrote a few songs.
Yeah, because I'm not a Stones fan, but I like Ronnie Wood a lot as a musician. I respect the hell out of him, both for his guitar playing and his bass playing and his artistry.
Well, he wrote a few songs, but it's few and far between. Keep in mind that Mick and Keith have a iron grip on the artistic direction of that band.
I get that.
Yeah, but you know what? It says something when those two guys are go, okay, we'll use a bit of that, in a song. It's only rock and roll. There's a few songs. There's a couple they write. Ron Wood gets songwriting credit along with the other two, but not many. Not many.
Interesting. Wayne, what were you looking up?
Oh, here we go. Here it is. I found it. Hold on a second. Let me get it on here. This is pretty funny. I just thought that was funny.
Oh dear God.
Okay, that's pretty bad too.
It is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So on a much different note, I've been playing out a lot more, by the way, with 90 Below had a show. We were supposed to play a show on Saturday, but unfortunately our singer Matt got sick. So I'm happy that Matt's on the mend right now. Rest up that golden voice of yours, buddy.
Was that the one you were supposed to play out towards me?
Yeah,
really close to me.
But I ended up playing anyways with my singer and rhythm guitarist Mike from the Damn Good Time Band. We just did like an acoustic duo thing. So
sing, Lou?
Say it again.
Why didn't you sing?
I can't sing. I'm not a singer. I'm a guitar player. But
he screams. He's a good screamer, though.
Thank you. But it was
you can hear him all on the 5th Severed Angel album when it comes out in 2038.
Wait a minute. Are you singing on the Severed Angel album, Lou?
You're on like half of the album.
I am on half of the album doing death growls and blackened screams, but I'm not taking anything away from Alex. He's still the singer, but we both split lead guitars, and if you listen to Severed Angel, whose style is whose.
Well, you've got your own sound. That's how I know who you are on the albums.
Well, thanks. Well, I mean, Alex is his own style too. He's very Petrucci.
I'm not putting down Alex. I just think you're a great musician.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. But I'm playing with these other guys as well. Just like trying to see if there's something that we could do that could probably strike a nerve with some music fans out here on the island. My friends Doug and Robbie and Scott. And Scott mentioned this one Yes song. Manny, you probably know what it is. If I Tempest Fugit.
Oh yeah, that's from Drama, I believe.
Yeah. So I never heard this song until today, and I was completely blown away to find out that this lineup of Yes
had the Buggles.
The Buggles, exactly.
Yeah.
The guys
became a famous producer too from that lineup.
And Jeff Downs went and formed Asia right after the Buggles. So but the great Steve Howe doing some killer guitar work on it, and I was completely blown away. I mean, when it comes to prog rock, just to sort of bring it back to the whole Queensryche thing, when it comes to Rush, when it comes to Dream Theater, when it comes to Fate's Warning, Arch Mateos, love that stuff. Yes was a band who I really only knew the songs that I heard on the radio, such as Roundabout, or I've Seen All Good People, even Owner of a Lonely Heart and Hold On. Like, that was really all I knew. But I have to admit, when I heard this, now it's like I'm jonesing to hear more. So
Well, a lot of their material doesn't quite sound like that. So it's a different Yes. I mean, there's obviously Yes is still Yes, but because you got Steve Howe, what have you, but that's still proggy, but it's a little different, than their other stuff gets really, really. I like Yes a lot, and I listen, and I really like them a lot, but there's a Yes, and Emerson, Lake and Palmer is probably why punk rock was invented, because it is
I
gets
can
so
see that.
yeah. I mean, I love that stuff quite a bit actually. Um, but well, you'll do your own exploration and you'll find for yourself. I think
Fair
you'll like
enough.
it. I think you'll like it, honestly, Lou. And I think Wayne, if you don't have Yes, I think you would like it from a musical point of view. Songwriting wise, uh, a lot of it's, unless you're a musician, it's not very, definitely lacking there's not a lot of melody in a lot of that stuff, other than John Anderson and voice.
Yeah. I tried. I can't do it.
I will say this though, Chris Squire is a beast of a bass player.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think that's probably one of the reasons why I gravitated towards Rush, because I feel like at least in Rush, Peart was a master lyricist, and the three of them were great storytellers. You know how they led you from a beginning to an end, and
Yeah.
I think that's a. Sorry, man. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Finish your thought.
I was gonna say I think that's a good segue into the first album that we're gonna cover today, because it's part two of a story.
Part two. When you ever see part two, although not every part two is bad, but this one,
Operation Mindcrime, dude.
two. There was never supposed to be a part two. But in what year was this even? In
2006.
2006. 2006, we got a part two of Operation Mindcrime, and we didn't need it. So let's move on to the next album. No, man, I was excited for this, seeing that they kind of went back to this concept, but getting it and hearing it, and then I hate electronic drums. Everybody knows that. I'm a drummer.
Don't tell me that's an electronic kit.
That is an electronic drum kit.
Scott Rockenfeld.
When you got Scott Rockenfield,
I don't know if he wanted to do it or whoever produced the album. I think
it was Jason Slater, right?
Yeah, he produced it.
All right.
I don't know if he talked him into doing it or whatever.
Jason Slater, I hate to speak ill of the dead, but the guy was in Snake River Conspiracy, which I give credit. That was a good band. But before then, he was in some porno new metal band called Broham. And before that, he was the bass player in Third Eye Blind. So I don't know where the fuck he gets any credibility from to produce a Queensryche record. Continue, Wayne.
I don't know, but whoever talked him into doing it, I mean, it was a bad idea. But I think they were trying to kind of mimic the original sound, but they didn't get it with that drum, especially with that drum kit. Immediately you can just hear that it's not a real kit, especially him. He's got a unique way of playing drums, and it just doesn't come out on that electric kit. So right then and there, I was like, all right, this album sucks, But besides that, there are some decent songs. I like I'm American. I like the Hands, the song with
Ronnie James Dio.
With Dio. What is that? The Chase, I think it's called.
It's The Chase.
Yeah. And that might be it. I think that's it. Otherwise, the rest of this album is that's it. It's just it does not hold up at all. It doesn't even, you can't even put it near the original album. It's just, there's just nothing here I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? There's just nothing there. It goes along with their last three albums that we did last week, where they suck too. It's just the same bland Queensryche stuff that they've been doing at this era. So it was a shame. It was a shame that they had to go back and do something bad to this legacy that they had with the original album. You know what I'm saying? They should have just left it with the first one.
Manny, you go next.
Okay. Well, I was looking at the wiki page because I've not listened to this album in a long time. And it says all songs written by Jason Slater, Mike Stone, and Jeff Tate. So I think I have found the issue already.
There you go.
Is Jason Slater and Mike Stone. I'm sure Mike Stone is a decent guitar player. I guess he's still in Queensryche, right, guys? Yes, no.
Right, but the
yeah,
funny thing is, a year later or 2 years later, Tate fired Mike Stone to bring in his future son-in-law Parker Lundgren,
Who the
and
fuck? He?
Mike Stone just returned to Queensryche about a couple of years ago, replacing Parker Lundgren.
It's ridiculous. All right, well, are we
So
gonna?
what?
By the way, are we gonna take cover? That's the next one on there.
We can just talk about it quickly. There's nothing really
All right.
to talk about.
Yeah. All right. Well, this album, look, I wanted to like it because I love Queensryche, and I wanted to just be Godfather Part 2, but instead we got Godfather Part 3 for a sequel for this album. I don't think it's compelling. I think the story's forced. Where the first one, you can listen to it now and it still sounds good, and lyrically, you can point out to go, oh my God, that stuff really is happening now, metaphorically speaking. This one, I think I'm American is a perfect example of forced lyrics. Jeff Tate's a very smart guy, but when you're trying to prove to everyone you're smart, you don't always come off that smart. Anyway, I think the album is terrible, and the live album they did, where they combined the two, did not help this. As a matter of fact, it exposed how weak this album was compared to the original.
Yeah. Felt sorry for that audience that had to sit through that.
Yeah, and Jason Slater, I mean, I didn't know he passed away, but he produced. Yeah, he's listed as the only producer.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of got that new metalish sound, which would be great if you're fucking Slipknot. But anyway,
why does Slipknot get so much hate from everyone on this show but me and James?
I actually like Slipknot, but I like Slipknot being Slipknot. I like Slipknot and I like Korn. I'm probably the only one on this show that likes them both.
I like them both. I like that.
But I don't want everyone else to sound like them, including this older band like Queensryche. I just think the production. I don't know if the songs are bad or if the production's shit. So I'm just gonna say both are shit. Your turn, Lou.
You're right. Both are shit. And I mean, how is it possible to go from the EP to The Warning to Rage for Order to Operation Mindcrime to Empire to just after that? Everything you do is just constant downward motion. Like I remember people being excited for this record. I remember people going like, oh, Queensryche's back. Well, yeah, maybe in name only.
Right. I was just gonna say it in name only.
But
and by the way, Obey the Light on the chat here says, I only became a fan of Queensryche 2 years ago after hearing Take Hold of the Flame. Turned me into a fan instantly. Now, what do you think of the newer albums? You can let us know in the chat there. Go ahead, Lou.
Back to my train of thought.
Sorry about that.
No, I mean, like they definitely peaked in 1990, 91, 92, and then was a complete decline in quality in terms of songwriting, in terms of production, in terms of output. I mean, if I was in Queensryche, I wouldn't want to put my name on this.
Yeah.
Like I'd be embarrassed, and to not get input from Michael Wilton, who I'm sorry, I know DeGarmo was the best songwriter in Queensryche, but I'm not going to take anything away from Wilton's talent as a songwriter or as a guitarist, and he's an original member, and you get no input from him.
He wrote. Let's see, what does Wiki say? He co-wrote "Hostage," which you should have bothered, and he co-wrote "The Hands."
See, that's the funny thing. Like you're reading the song titles out, and I thank you for that. But honestly, the fact that I can't even remember the titles or the songs goes to show you that this is not a quality album. What were they thinking?
Well, I like The Hands. I can hear old Queensryche and see and stuff like that. I can hear old Queensryche because I can tell who wrote those songs. But
it sounds forced to me.
It does.
Yeah,
it has the you can tell who was writing it. But when
Okay.
it's Jeff, it's it's not like a Queensryche thing.
There's a reason Pete Townsend did not have the Who do Tommy 2 and Quadrophenia 2, because he had already told the story he wanted to tell. And to produce something to a sequel, believe me, if any band could have done it, would have been the Who. Even a half-ass sequel would have made the Who. Well, they're already multimillionaires. I don't know how much richer you can get, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Probably would have done one. Well, I don't know what it would have sold well. Okay, I don't know how much bigger you can get than the Who, but I think Queensryche. I think they're looking at Jeff Tate was going, well, my greatest artistic achievement was Operation Mindcrime. The public, when I mean the public, metal fans think Operation Mindcrime is not only the greatest thing we've ever done, but one of the greatest concept albums, right?
Yeah.
So I think he looked at that and thought, well, if we can recreate the magic, it's going to bring our audience back. The thing, Lou, that you mentioned, the other albums, I agree with you. But the other albums, whether I like them or not, had at least some artistic redeeming quality to them. They were honest. They weren't great, but at least they were where he was at that time, Where this one, I think it's forced.
See, my problem is I didn't hear any honesty in it. I don't know what they were thinking. Were they thinking, let's just simplify our songs to make them more palatable for alternative audiences? We're not, we're better off today financially than we were before. So, if we, write anthemic songs that show that we have some piss and vinegar left about us, is that going to come off as disingenuous? No, because you write how you write, and it's one of the things that I'm grateful for about being an independent musician, is that Wayne and I can write whatever the heck we want, and as long as we're happy with it, we can put it out and be like, hey, we like it, we hope you like it too. When you have attorneys, accountants, record labels, managers, crew, and things like that you have to worry about, yeah, maybe it's a different story. But again, the output since 1996, 97, how you could justify that as thinking that there's something redeemable within there, that it could continue your longevity, I fail to see that. And unfortunately, this is not the final nail in the coffin for the Tate era Queensryche. We still got 2 more albums to go.
They're just putting the nail on top of the coffin on this one.
Well, again, I trashed the other albums, but I don't mind them. Of course, they say that, and I couldn't tell you the last time I listened to any of those. Here and Now. Actually, I listened to The Warning today by coincidence. Q2K or Tribe. I can't tell you the last time I've listened to them. I don't mind them, but obviously I don't love them because I don't listen to them. But Operation Mindcrime was so Mindcrime 2 was so disappointing to me that I can defend the other ones on a certain level, because I think artistically, I don't think it was. I think they failed artistically, but at least they were honest in what the approach they were going for. Or this one's forced. We're going to create a sequel to a story that doesn't need to be told, and we're going to shoehorn these songs, and we're going to bring this kid in here who's going to produce it, who's going to make us sound like a modern metal band. Honestly, Queensryche is cool, but if Queensryche had kept the original sound, they would have picked up the kids. You don't need to cater to kids. Know when you're being dishonest, So yeah. So I there's tons of older bands that pick up new fans all the time. As a matter of fact, Yes and Rush, believe it or not, have younger fans. So
yep.
So do Queensryche now, but that's because they got a new singer.
Yeah.
Is he still technically the new guy anymore? I mean, he's been in since 2012.
No, not. I guess technically not really, but
No,
I think he's always going to be called the new guy.
probably.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about Take Cover real quick. It sucks. All right, American Soldier.
I can't deny that. Although I did see the tour where they opened for Alice and Heaven and Hell at Jones Beach. Queensryche only played like a half hour. And
yeah, I saw that before. They were excellent live, but they didn't play anything off Take Cover
they
or
did
Operation
when I
Shark.
saw them. They played Welcome to the Machine. That was actually the last song on the in the set. And off of My Crime 2, they played I'm an American.
Well, they didn't do that when they got to Tampa, from what I remember.
Probably went on late.
No,
But Alice was amazing, and that was my first time seeing him. And Eric Singer was on drums, and
yeah, he was on that tour. You're right.
and great killer show, and of course Heaven and Hell. You know, I mean, Ozzy. Sorry, Sabbath with Dio, amazing stuff. And it pains me that even with Ronnie, as much as I love Ronnie and I love his voice, still wasn't enough to save the chase. I know you liked it, Wayne. That's fine, but
it's all right. It's not the best song ever, but you know, it's
when
not.
I prefer the Tenacious D collaboration with Dio more than the Queensryche, you know there's something wrong.
Well, Wayne didn't say it was a great song. He said it was the best song on the album. There's a big difference.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's my favorite
Yeah.
Queensryche song ever. You know, it is what it is. But as far as the covers album go, I mean, it's a covers album, and there's some decent songs on here. I do like, even though I hate Pink Floyd, they did a decent cover of Welcome to the Machine, and I'm sick and tired of hearing metal bands do Innuendo from Queen. And Neon Nights was okay. Synchronicity too, I was actually surprised. They did a pretty decent job on that. But the other songs, I had no idea what they were.
You didn't know Red Rain from Peter Gabriel?
Well,
No.
I'll
Well,
say
it's
I
a great
love
song.
the So album, so you know. But again, I mean, like, not for Tate's voice. I don't know. It was odd.
yeah, I actually like Take Cover. I think it's okay, but it's pretty forgettable. What I mean by that, I throw it on, and it's a covers album, like Wayne said. And I can't think of any covers albums that I spin a lot, even when I like them. So it's just it's okay. It's not great. It's not essential. It's I don't know. There was a bunch of bands doing it at that time, or I guess they're still doing it. It's okay. It's not. I mean, it's a nice way to, I guess, tip a hat to your roots, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, Guns N' Roses did it in '93. Slayer
yeah, but
did
that
it.
was
Slayer,
Halloween's
was
done
a
it.
cool
Halloween has
album.
one.
Slayer did it in '96.
Which is
Metallica did it
terrible.
in '98. Rush did
Which
it
is
in
bad.
Metallica did too.
2004. I said Metallica.
Yeah, no, but they did it twice.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's true. Oh yeah, Garage
Okay, but the difference
87
is
and 98.
that okay, the Rush one is cool because you could tell they were having fun, and again, it's tip of the hat. It's a fun little EP.
Yeah.
Who was the other one you mentioned? Metallica. Metallica's cool. Introduced me a bunch of bands thanks to those covers. That was cool.
Yeah.
And I mentioned Slayers.
Queensryche didn't even. Slayers is terrible. I'm sorry. I love Slayer, but I didn't like it.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But
Halloween did one too.
Queensryche again, it's okay, but it's. I guess because the three of us are having a hard time talking about it, it must not be as good. Even it must not even be memorable.
Forgot about that one. That's my first Halloween album.
This really a covers album?
I told you that when we did the Halloween discography.
I don't know. We'll have to do the discography over again.
I actually think that's a fun album to listen to. That
it is. There's some really cool covers
it,
on there. Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I think Queensryche again is okay. It's not the worst, but they don't take the songs and make it. Yeah, basically, it's just there.
You know, the crazy thing is that they did
you forget about it.
They did a cover of Scarborough Fair back in the day, and it was amazing.
Which was excellent. But who was the guitar player at that time?
DeGarmo and Wilton.
Okay. And who is playing again? Mike Stone is fine from what you're telling me. He's a great guitar player.
I
but-
mean, I don't. He was good when I saw him with Queensryche
Well,
live.
apparently I saw him with Queensryche a couple of years ago. It must have been him. I didn't know it was him, But yeah, so I agree, he was good, but
Stewart in the chat says, I don't know anything past Empire.
you
You're not
telling me
missing much.
You're not missing much, but at least give Promised Land a chance.
Can't
I
these
say
guys
check
hit
that
a
out.
bloody treadmill?
He's talking about what we were talking about with Sebastian Bach.
I
I thought you read that before. That's why I didn't read it again.
No, I didn't read that one.
No. Oh, and he also that was Catman. He goes, I can't remember exactly, but he did see Operation Mindcrime tour, not the original tour with the Garmo. The head-mounted microphones were, I guess he meant wired. He spelled wired wrong. But wired headphones?
Oh, you mean like the headsets
Yeah, the
with I
headset,
guess
yeah.
with the microphone attached to the headset.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think that's what Tate was using.
Yeah, I gotta go because my I gotta check on my mom. Like she just called me, so I gotta go check on her. All right, Dedicated Chaos. Again, it's a mess. I'll just say it real quick. It's a mess. I actually like it better than the last two albums. That's not saying it's wonderful. I'm just saying that I like it a little bit better. It's really a Jeff Tate solo album in all but name, and probably caused the demise of the band. I think it's interesting. It's not terrible, but songwriting is weak. All right, it's your turn for you guys.
Wait.
If I can, I'll come back.
You skipped American Soldier.
Well, I'm gonna take care of his mother. If he comes back.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, American Soldier's fucking terrible. It's pretentious. I think the idea is good, but having a good idea doesn't mean it's executed well. It's pretentious. It's even worse than pretentious. It's boring. Fuck that album. How's that?
Good enough for me. Have a good night, Manny. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Manny for American Soldier. I have this autograph though. I thought that was pretty cool.
By whom?
By the band, whoever was in the band at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got that autographed. But it seemed like it was going to be a really cool album. The concept was cool. They talked to soldiers, and it's all about their stories and stuff like that. And I'm like, all right, maybe just because they did the Operation Mindcrime too, maybe we're just starting to get a little bit better. But no, it's just boring, and it sucks because this was a good idea. And then to have all these soldiers actually involved with this, and you hear the stories, and there's one song in here which I don't know, the way they like recorded the people talking, and then they played music, and then they put the talking over it. You couldn't hear what they were saying. Like, I don't know how deeply you got listening to this album, but I was listening to it.
It was a hard listen.
Yeah. But just like trying to hear that and hear them talking in the background just didn't work that well with the way things were recorded. But it just sucks. I can't even honestly. I can't even remember if I even like the song off of this.
I mean, I will say this: his daughter has a good voice.
That was his daughter in that song.
Yeah,
But I can't. I had to shut that song off. Not because it's bad, because it is a bad song, but it's sad. Just hearing what the subject is about, and then you hear the kid come in and sing. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to get upset. I don't want to cry listening to a Queensryche song that I don't even like. So I just skipped it.
I mean,
they're very upsetting.
The genre of metal and the subject of war is supposed to create some heavy, chaotic shit.
Right. Go listen to a Sabaton album.
This was goulash on a ceramic platter. Like this was just. Again, how does a band that ascended to greatness, why do you, settle for less than mediocrity?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Obey the Light says he doesn't spend much time comparing the discography much. I just think Tate has an epic voice, and he does. I mean,
he has a great voice. No one's taking that away.
No. He's an awesome vocalist. He always will be, and he still is. He lost a little bit, but I think he got it back now. But he's good. He's just not good at putting albums out. I mean, look at the band he's doing now. Jeff Tate's Operation Mindcrime. Tell me a song of any of those albums. You can't because they're terrible.
Couldn't tell you. And
He
not a one.
continued to do what he did to Queensryche, and he's doing it in his own band. It's just bad. He needs somebody to write for him. And if there is somebody writing for him, he needs to find somebody else because it just sucks. And the constant use of the saxophone. Will you stop with the saxophone, please? For the last 4 fucking albums, there's a saxophone. There was one on Empire, fine. It was like in 1 or 2 songs. And then I think there was some more saxophone on Promised Land, and I don't mind the saxophone, but it's on every fucking album. Saxophone.
Yeah, unless you're Spider God, you have no right to be playing saxophone on every song.
They do it the right way because it sounds like a guitar, and you don't even notice it's there.
That's a band I really like a lot now, and I'm super excited that they were appreciative that we gave such a great review on their new album. Though I think it's funny. I said I forwarded it the album from Apple Music to my buddy Alan, and he said all I see is ass because there's a picture of an ass in the front and a beautiful leg, and well, it was a beautiful ass too. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean it was animated. It's not a real ass, but
well, all their album. I just got these a couple weeks ago, but all their album covers are like that. I mean, this you can see like side boob on here. And no, actually,
not complaining.
This one has got the side boob or whatever, but they all got these weird album covers.
Well, they're Norwegian.
Yeah, very good band. But I did after we did that show. I went back and I have heard the albums, but it really didn't like listen. But I went back and listened to those, and the first 2 are very different from the newest one. Very different.
Stands on. I love ass. Of course you do.
Yeah, of course he does.
He's an ass man.
But yeah, it's a shame. Like I said in our little group chat, I think the soldiers that actually were on this album, and I think when they actually got to listen to this, they got PTSD from listening to it. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I do remember the episode of that metal show that Tate went on to speak about it, and I respected the fact that instead of conjuring up ideas on what he thought troops were going through, that they actually did ask troops what they were going through. Yeah. Because if there's one thing I can't stand in this world, which you're seeing it more of today than ever before, is people speaking for other people, thinking that they know, that they understand their stories or they understand their reasons or feeling like they feel. And all of a sudden they feel the necessity to tell you, no, let me explain to you how you should feel. Meanwhile, they never shared in that experience.
Right.
So I credit Queensryche for that. Execution wise, nah.
Yeah, it didn't. What do I have? Oh, this is I just noticed something in this booklet. Oh, there's a little patch too. Seattle 2009. This is like an ugly patch. It looks like a Boy Scout patch.
Dear God on high, that's disgusting.
But it's got the soldiers on it and airplanes or whatever.
Yeah, but you could have picked better colors that look like a Kiss Army rejected patch.
I was trying to. You know what? I need glasses now, so I can't really see. This is sad.
You need glasses.
Yeah, just for up close. I can't see far away. I can't see far away. But there was one song on here that, or maybe 2 songs on here that I'm like, all right, that sounds more like something Queensryche would do, and it was okay, but it's just nothing's memorable. Speaking of not memorable, Dedicated to Chaos, the last Queensryche album with Jeff Tate. Well, the last Queensryche album with Jeff Tate. There's another Queensryche album with just Jeff Tate and a bunch of hired guns on it, but this is the last one with Jeff Tate, and this always pissed me off too. It's like upside down the back and the front. It's fucking annoying. But this is the album that's got Lundgren on guitar. And I don't know what the fuck went on here. I mean, again, I think there's like maybe 3 songs that are okay because, again, this album starts off slow and it just stays there till about halfway through the album. And then there's like 2 or 3 songs back to back that are more hard rock and more heavier, and I would have liked to hear that more on this album, but it's only those like 2 or 3 songs, and they sound kind of like Queensryche. They're not the best songs, but they're okay. But then it just goes right back to being slow, drawn out, long songs. And they're not even long songs. I think all the songs like around 3 to 4 minutes. They all feel like they're 8 minutes long
because they go nowhere.
because they go absolutely nowhere and they just drag on. There's no choruses. I mean, there are choruses, but it's just not like the old school. And I hate to say like it's not like the old Queensryche because I hate when people are so fixated on like the older albums. I like to hear new stuff by bands. Even if it's not that good, I still like to check out the albums. Obviously, because I still have all these newer Queensryche albums. Even same thing goes with Def Leppard. I don't really like a lot of the new stuff, but I still hang on to the band. I still buy their stuff, and they do have one or two songs here and there that I do end up liking.
Oh, this album made me long for every post retroactive Def Leppard album.
Yeah, but it's just this band. It just like Obey the Light. Heavy said he just heard him Queensryche 2 years ago, and he started with Take Hold of the Flame, and it's like you think of those songs, and that band turned into this. It's just I don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, now they're doing what they should be doing, but in this whole era, and this was how many albums? This was 6, 7 albums.
Okay, so after
Right?
Promised Land, there was 3, and then another 3. So 6 albums after Promised Land.
Yeah, that sounded like this.
My question is, who told Tate these were good?
I don't know. And then you would also think that the record label too. I mean, on this album, they're on Roadrunner. Roadrunner is a metal label.
For all intents and purposes.
They're not like a hard rock label. There's metal. I mean, Fear Factory.
Well,
King
they
Diamond.
haven't been on Fear Factory.
Right, but back then they were on Roadrunner. Merciful Fate, King Diamond, Roadrunner. All those types of
Deicide and Typo Negative, and
you're not hearing Dedicated to Chaos on Roadrunner.
The Last Rat album was on Roadrunner. The Last Rush album was on Roadrunner. And that was like 2 of the best albums those bands put out.
Right. So I don't. And
what is this?
How could they hear this and be like, yeah, well, sure, we'll put that out.
I don't know.
And then they go on tour and then they do like a cabaret type thing, and there's like women and dancing and all this stuff going on, there's no problem with that. But
I got no problem
with into Queensryche.
It doesn't. I mean,
how does that fit in with Take Hold of the Flame? Like.
Well, it depends. Is the burlesque show in the East Village? What? Who said that? No, just kidding.
No. Obey the Light. I only discovered Iced Earth and Manowar 2 years ago as well. These two bands have bent my mind in half and cannot stop listening to them. How do you feel? I love Manowar and I love Iced Earth.
I love Iced Earth.
And I know Iced Earth has like this whole political shit going on. Don't let people like discourage you from listening to Iced Earth because just forget about that crap.
Listen, I don't care what anyone says about John Schaefer. He didn't kill anyone. Okay, so leave it at that.
Yeah. And if you like Iced Earth, we also did an interview with Matt Barlow.
Great guy.
And we did that like a year or 2 ago. So we'll check.
No, that was that was
3 years ago.
Early. It was either 2022 or 2023. So it was definitely a year after certain events occurred at the Capitol.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that would have been like about 3 years.
And we it was great that we actually got to talk about Batman because he had his Batman mug, which by the way, a little Batman water bottle over here.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, I love Iced Earth and Manowar. I mean, Manowar's people might pick on Manowar with the whole loincloth thing, but you can't deny Eric Adams being like one of the best heavy metal singers.
Oh man,
ever.
Yeah, and I love Manowar too, but I prefer the Ross the Boss era.
Right. Yeah.
I can't listen to the other guy because of what he did.
Yeah, it's a shame because there are some good albums with that too.
Yeah, I did stay far away from them.
Hey, it's the one guy. It's not everybody.
It doesn't matter. If he gets royalties, I'm not listening to it.
Well, I'm not selling my CD collection just because of that.
We already have the CD collection, so even if you bumped it to your MP3s, then he wouldn't collect royalties from it, so it's okay.
Yeah, we love those bands.
Yeah.
And actually, we did have Ross the Boss on the show as well.
Great
was-
guy.
That
Another
was
great
what,
guy.
like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe. Actually, no, that was during the pandemic. So that was quite a while ago.
That was either 2021 or 2022. I think it was
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, so go check those two interviews
Yeah.
out. They were fun. They were nice.
And check out Halloween. I mean, so between me and Wayne, we've interviewed 4 members total of Halloween. You interviewed
Three, I think.
wait, you Marcus and
Danny, and then
Danny.
Sasha.
I interviewed Sasha, and we both interviewed Roland.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't consider him Halloween, but all right.
He played on
he
my
was.
favorite
Yes.
Halloween album. He counts.
He was. But yeah, if you're loving Queensryche and you love Manowar and Iced Earth, definitely I would say check out Halloween. That's my favorite band. So
And Blind Guardian.
and Blind Guardian.
Check out the song Valhalla.
I mean, we can go on all day giving this guy bands to check out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Actually,
But-
just go through the whole show list or whatever that we or episodes.
But my opinion on Addicted to Chaos, I wish I could call it a shit sandwich, because then I at least could say that the opening song and the closing songs are both good. But I can't call it a shit sandwich because I don't think any of the songs are good. So I'm just gonna say, I'm sorry, Eddie. I'm sorry, Michael. It's shit.
I think they knew that too. They might. I don't know what their contract is, but maybe they're just stuck. They were just stuck in the contract.
How could they be contracted? They're original members.
I know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But look at their faces. They look like they're trapped.
Let me see.
Look at
Zoom in. Cameraman, zoom in.
It's not going to really zoom in that well. If I go that close, it's going to be. Hold on.
I know what they're saying in that photo. They're saying, "Help me!
Yeah, they're like,
help
I
me!"
want to be here. Look at them.
Jesus Christ, Jeff Tate's
Yeah.
looking more like Lex Luthor every day.
They're very scared.
They are scared. Oh my God, Michael Wilton has like the puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, it's
Please
like,
get me out of this.
Please don't listen to this album. Please. But yeah, that's it. And I hate to talk bad about bands and stuff, but if the album sucks, it just sucks.
I mean, it's not like we're wishing death on them. We're just
No, we just want them to do better. You know, they don't have to
Yeah.
go back to Take Hold of Flame, the Queen of the Reich, even Mindcrime stuff. Just write good songs. That's
Right.
all.
Exactly. And I'm the biggest believer that a band shouldn't have to repeat themselves to stay relevant. Just create good stuff.
That's it. That's all I ask.
And it pains me that as a fan that I feel as though there's been a depletion of quality since Promised Land.
Yeah.
But I mean, the funny thing is, like, I was watching a video today about Journey. And apparently, even though Steve Smith and Jonathan Cain were not original members, they were still brought into the partnership of Journey when they got together. And it wasn't until Steve Perry wanted Steve Smith and Ross Valerie out of the band, but somehow they were still collecting royalties, which is the only reason why Steve Smith was able to continue a career in jazz fusion. And then he came back to Journey in '96 with Trial by Fire, but then Steve Perry decided to quit, and Steve Smith had said, "No, Steve Perry, I'm not doing it." And, so he quit again, second time, left. And then third time, 2015, till they got booted out. And it just kind of reminds me, love your bands. Don't get to know them on a personal level, because chances are you're not going to like what you see.
No. I mean, this all kind of goes back to what Twisted Sister's going through right now. I mean, it's just bands are just really just products. They're not really like how they started. Like wanted to do this fun thing for chicks and beer. It's not that anymore. It's all business.
Well, it has to be.
It has to be. It has to be. There's no other way around it. But when it gets this far into being a business that you create these 6 albums. It's bad. Obey the Light says, I have to credit Pantera to gifting me the love of metal in the 90s when he was 16. Very cool. Pantera's a good band. Well,
I love Pantera, and I'll take Glam Terra and Groove Terra. I love them. I love both eras.
yeah.
You know, I mean, I understand that some people, including some people that are on the show, feel as though the stuff in the 90s was felt more forced because I again, to go from a song like All Over Tonight to a song like War Nerve
Mm.
is a very big difference. But as far as I'm concerned, I love Dimebag and he pulled it off. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Get your pull.
Yep. And he also says that he agrees that he doesn't look too much into their lives. They don't know that about Manowar. And wait, what? I'm terrible. Like I said, I need my glasses on. Agreed. I don't look too much at all into their lives. I don't know that about Manowar until just now. I had to look it up. Okay. And Ozzy for Stewart in 1984. So he got into Ozzy back in 1984. I didn't get until metal till like around 90, 91. I mean, I listened to Def Leppard since Hysteria, so figure around like 87. But once I got into metal, it was like around 90, 91-ish.
Again, this is why I say that I was spoiled because, you know, my brother Tony had Def Leppard's Pyromania on cassette and Quiet Riot's Mental Health. So I was about 4 when he put them on the radio and sorry, on his car stereo, I mean. And I was hooked as a kid. I couldn't go back to Fuzzy and Blue from Sesame Street. It was rock and roll and heavy metal for me, you know. And my godfather had High and Dry, and I just remember I loved Pyromania, but I like High and Dry just a little bit more. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, come on, the riff to Let It Go, it's just face melting.
Just
of course,
the sound of that album is just blows your mind, you know. But Mutt Lang produced that, so of course it sounds good.
Yeah, but he also co-wrote some songs like Euphoria.
Yeah, that's true too.
But that's okay. Again, the good stuff that they put out is the one that you want to remember.
Yeah.
Everything else is all subjective.
Yeah, exactly.
Like these albums from Queensryche.
I'm glad we're done with this.
Yeah. Now the next time we get together, we'll move on to hopefully better stuff because I still haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I've listened to them a few times, but I really don't remember a lot from the Todd La Torre album era. But they're better. They're going into the right direction.
I do know he's a good singer. I did see video footage of him with Crimson Glory.
He's also a good drummer as well because he did do the drums on one of the albums.
Yes, I heard. And I was like, you know what? He sounded darn good with Crimson Glory. And when they did the Rising West thing, where it was the 4 members of Queensryche with Todd La Torre before he officially joined, and they played the classic era stuff, it sounded amazing.
Yeah, that's what people wanted, man.
Yeah.
So
I mean, people go to a concert to forget their troubles, not to like have to sit through crap just to hear the good songs.
Right. Yeah. Funny. All right, so we'll get to that. And anything else? I can't think of anything else.
No, I mean, Rat Salad Review is gonna be with you all for however long we damn well please. So, whether it's in a week from now or 2 weeks from now, we'll still be around.
We'll still be around.
And just keep spreading the good word.
Yeah, and I appreciate we have some new people in the chat here. Obey the Light and Stuart. I actually have seen I think I've seen Stuart a few times, once in a while. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I enjoy and I appreciate everybody joining in on the chat. That's a lot of fun. I like to see comments and stuff. That's really cool. So, and I try to read them as much as possible.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you
as well. And Stan wants to know, we're going to review the new Rob Zombie. Yeah, we can.
I don't think we've ever done Rob Zombie at all since I joined the
No.
show.
Nope. We can. I like
Mm.
Rob Zombie.
By the way, next Decay and Decadence show is going to be at 89 North in Patchogue. And we're working out the details on who's playing on what songs. So looking forward to that. I'll probably end up playing on 7 because, some people may bail out or cancel. I don't know. We'll see.
Cool. And if we do the Rob Zombie album, maybe I'll invite Bobby Lucas on the show. He's a huge Rob Zombie fan.
Would have never guessed.
You know what? He's told me, but then we were talking the other day and he brought up somebody else. Can't remember what the other one was. But he's like, oh, I love Rob Zombie too. And I'm like, oh shit, really? But yeah, he's a big Rob Zombie fan. Children
Yeah.
of the Grave, covered by Zombie, is epic. Yeah, it is a really good cover.
We're actually working on a Ozzy covers EP right now with Bobby. So I'm in the middle of tracking that. So but I want to make sure I play it right, because if I feel as though my guitar playing is subpar on those songs, I won't push it. But I'm gonna do it until I get it right. Damn it.
Yeah, he's been asking about it. But again, thanks guys for joining in on the chat. Oh, and also too, and this has been really cool. I mean, I've been doing this on TikTok. I just throw a picture of myself up holding like an album. I just sit there and be like, looking like an idiot. And those
Lord Evil.
Yeah, and those pictures, just those pictures alone, I've been doing them as shorts, and they've been doing really good views and stuff. And there's been people commenting, and I put up a poll, so people have been answering it and stuff, and then people have been going under the comments and whatever. So check those things out because people have been enjoying those. So
Very
it's
cool.
fun. It's fun.
Which proves why you're more of an extrovert than I am, because I can't do that stuff. But that's cool.
I try to find other new things to do. I want to get people involved and interactive. With people.
We're unifiers on Rat Style Review.
Yeah.
We're not dividers.
Yeah, I mean, we're just doing about music. We're not talking about anything else but music.
And good music too.
Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah. Fine.
All right.
On that note,
next week, we are having. I don't have the CD here, but there is a band called Tommy Spacey, and the shit. What the hell's the name of his band?
Oh, way to go! Now he's not gonna come on.
No, hold on. Tommy Spacey. And, the Alchemist. That's what it was. Because I wasn't sure if it was the Ark. Well, see, it's Tommy Spacey and the Alchemists. That's the name of the band. I thought it was something else, but he will be on next week, which will be the 11th. Really cool guy. He's not, their band's not really metal, but it's like this vaudeville type rock stuff. It's kind of like almost like Queen, like Bohemian Rhapsody, basically, kind of stuff in their music. So I like them. I think they're a pretty cool band. They're interesting, and he'll be on next Wednesday. So it should be an interesting and fun interview. We haven't had interviews in a while, so
sounds good.
Yeah, and I want to get Mark Zander on here as well because they had a bunch of stuff going on with
Zander,
whatever. I'm thinking of the guy from Cheap Trick.
That's Robin Zander.
Yeah. But anyway, we want to get him on the show as well, talk about that. So maybe that might be the following week, but we'll see. And just keep watching the show and hit subscribe, hit that bell button so you know when we're on. You can come on here and join the chat with us, and we'll see you then.
Sounds good. Chihuahuas, everybody. Good night.
Goodbye. Hold on. Obey the light. My 20-year-old daughter, when she was 8 years old, said her favorite song of all time was Please Don't Judas Me. You mean Please
by
Don't
Nazareth. That's a good song.
Please Don't Judas Me. That's right.
Yeah, it's a Nazareth song off the Hair of the Dog album.
All right, Please Don't Judas Me by Nazareth, and she loves metal too. Very cool. I don't really know Nazareth, so I'm thinking.
Well, if you ever want to do a classic album review, Hair of the Dog is one you want.
Okay, maybe one day we'll do it.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Until then.